Alrighty, getting things started. Just checking that streaming power is powering up. Uh, Doing a tiny bit of a different layout for animation streams. We'll see if this works. Uh, I kind of like it like this. I kind of got more space. Oh, and we have Bilal and Caden and Ramiro, Bolte, Rudy G, Duo. I'm sorry I ruined your childhood, Duo. But my Kuro-san is okay with it. I love Aviva. Oppenheimer's here. Sonic Baseball, Zoo Dreams, Grocery, Gangs Heroes. And Alter Richie Rev says, yeah. Billy, I'll try to remember that. Billy. And Caden's giving me a volcano. Volcanoes are pretty cool. Someone was asking about it. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry about that. Need to remember to turn off the volume there. Raven, the Ninja Word Girl fan, says, the Queen of the Martians. I'm the Queen of the Martians, Jack. A lot of people here today. Anastasia says that you love my channel. Thank you. MC Cubed is here. MC Cube? Someone's asking if I've ever watched Strawberry Shortcake Berry in the Big City. I think that was Bolte. I have not watched that series, but I have seen the episode where they shrink the purple pie man, or you get shrunk. So that's literally it. All right. Hopefully we'll see the Aviva. Oh, actually, you can see right here. This is like a fan letter from Danny. And I'm actually going to try and draw Danny in Wild Kratts style a little bit later. I do have this asset to work on. It's Aviva holding the ant-sized KrANTs. Rory. Hola, David. Hola, Rory. Let me see. Yeah, they're gonna be ant size. They're gonna be like racing an ant. Um. Oh, Rory. Unfortunately, I only really know a few things about Wildcrafts. Yeah, mostly like the size of the episodes that they've done. But I do appreciate the art style for these characters. So basically, they're going to be racing an ant, Saharan silver ant.
The Saharan silver ant, whose legs are 18% shorter than its closest cousin, make up for their stubby limbs by taking more strides each second, up to 47 when running at full speed, which is about 10 times more strides per second than Olympic gold medalist Usain Bolt. So to answer your question,
That was probably my favorite thing to animate so far. It's Usain Bolt outpacing the Kratts. What to do first? I think first I'm going to finish up this hand asset, this close-up hand asset that I made for Aviva. What's this going to cover? Animation Rookie. It's mostly just going to be working on some assets, so like just basic drawing, coloring. Word Girl. Maybe if I familiarize myself with the show more, but this is basically a script. This is something that someone on our Patreon is paying for. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have done something with the Wild Kratts. Like I said, I'm not familiar with it. We do have a tier on our Patreon that's basically $110. We'll work on your script like for a day. So yeah, yesterday uh, I work on those scripts, and on Mondays got some pretty good progress in. But I decided to kind of show off some of the progress today. But yeah, if there's like a character you really want to see, let's do an animation of. Yeah, definitely consider checking out our Patreon, and if it's a good script, we can get it made for you. But yeah, like I said, I don't really know too much about Word Girl. I remember like seeing some clips, and I think one of the villains was had a very, it's the Ice King basically. So that's kind of fun. Uh, yeah, I'm Amen King. I have seen that episode with her turning into a mantis. That's a fun episode, fun scene. Praying mantises are actually one of my favorite insects. Though I wouldn't recommend them as a pet. It's it's not easy watching them eat. I swear I've mentioned this on a YouTube stream before. I did take in a mantis in from the cold one night. It was raining. I didn't think he wanted to be outside. Brought him in, put him in a jar, and I found him a cricket for him to eat. And it's been a while since I've seen how a mantis eats. It's basically it. Its mouth is like a blender. It was very hard to watch. I had to look away, and when I did look back, I noticed some twitching cricket parts. It's so cruel. And yeah, then the next morning, clouds are clear. I just sent the mantis on its murderous way. It's like, no. Oh, there was an update on Small Land recently, where they added the mantis as something that you can find and tame and fight. So I might revisit that game sometime. I've been just like really into a whole bunch of other games on Steam. Oh, I'm missing some comments. Sorry about that. Oh, is Blondie here? Hi, Blondie. Plush Adventures is here. Roxanne Rhines. Hey, Naruto's here. Remember that Seth Rogen mantis from Kung Fu Panda? Yeah. Oh my god. One of my friends was complaining so much about uh Kung Fu Panda 4, I think it is. I guess someone wasn't allowed to well, this is spoilers, so shut me up if you haven't seen the movie and want to watch it. But apparently, I guess the kung fu, the person that wanted, someone that wanted to learn kung fu wasn't allowed because they were quote unquote too small. But then it's like if you've watched the movies, you know that there's all kinds of kung fu masters who are very small. So it's like it's weird. But that does make me kind of want to watch it. I want to see if it inspires any ideas for a channel video. What's Animation Rookie saying? Lewis is here. Hey, Lewis. Superior Cyber Godzilla's here. K. Williams is also here. Hayden Archer with a squid, a bell pepper, and a skunk. And I think Hayden is glitching out. Master Tigress. I liked her. Interesting character. Zoe's here, and Zoe has all the blue emotes. That character looks familiar. Is she from the Crash Bandicoot games? Mexicano is here. And what is that? $10. Mexicano, did you want me to say something? Did you want me to hear you out? People sometimes want me to do a shout out or something. Yeah, we got to keep it clean, everybody. My favorite character in Kung Fu Panda, Kung Fu, Kung Fu Panda is Master Viper and Master Tigress. I like Viper. I like that idea, that concept of she does kung fu, but she also don't have any arms. It was very interesting, like the kinds of techniques that she used to subdue her opponents. And Jackie Chan was there too, being Jackie Chan. You brought that up before, Animation Rookie. I'm not sure what the issue is with the dollhouse. And you've mentioned that also, BNSF. The meta of the content. Nathan is shy. I'm sorry. All right, we got a giant Aviva hand. WarioWare related animations. I don't know if I did something like that, it would probably be Penny. What's her name? Penny Krygor. But Undertale, best way, to get some stuff like that done, check out our Patreon. We have different tiers there. Some people can pay to get like entire scripts done, but other people, you can pay to get assets made, and if I like the characters, I'll do stuff with them. The $20 tier, actually, every month I'm making new assets for people, and I'm also making like simple animations. Andy Durand is asking something that's been asked a whole lot. um, I'm probably gonna say it's the Attack of the 50-Foot Woman remake. But I'm gonna wait and see. Maybe if we get another remake, that could be fun. Maybe by Tim Burton. Let me see if there are any other assets I wanted to show off. Dragon Knight, your videos keep getting better. Thank you, Dragon Knight. Oh, I made this asset. It's supposed to be like Aviva in a lizard costume. Um, Lizard power costume, and I might like have her trying to eat the wild Kratts when they're like an ant power, just to sort of illustrate uh, some of the stuff that Saharan silver ants have to deal with.
Saharan silver ants likely evolved to run at these speeds to cope with the blistering temperatures and hungry predators of the Saharan desert. They leave their nests for no more than 10 minutes per day to scavenge.
I learned so much about Saharan silver ants working on this script. They're pretty cool. Let's see. Oh, got a close up here. Oh, I actually did my best to recreate the miniaturization device they have on the show. Getting them ant sized. Blondie's like my manager. He bosses me around. All right, I'm gonna try and draw Danny in Wild Kratts style. You probably can't see it, but like off to the side on my desk, I have some samples of kid characters that have been on Wild Kratts. Wild, wild, wild Kratts. Like I said, I don't know a whole lot about the show, but from context, I guess the Kratts go to different places. Sometimes there's a kid there, like, hey, I need to learn about animals. Ballin Wonderland, Wonder World. That video game was a little depressing. Oh, actually, I'm usually the one that's answering stuff um, on Twitter and YouTube. But as I mentioned before, I don't do that as much anymore, just because uh, it encourages people to drop by for our live streams instead. Lisa Loud's here. Hi, Lisa. Hey. All right. So I'm gonna be focusing on sort of doing a doodle for Danny in Wildcrats style. So I've locked my other layers so that I'm not accidentally clicking on or moving any of my other assets. And off to my side, I have a bit of a few reference materials to help me try and get the style as close as possible to what we see on the show. There were a few characters I've seen that actually kind of reminded me a bit of like Danny's design, so trying to mimic that. Getting a head shape going here. Can you do Jackie Chan Adventures? That's such an old show. Also, they already did like the perfect sizey episodes on Jackie Chan Adventures, so I don't really want to revisit that. But again, if someone shows some support on our Patreon and says, hey, can you draw Jade, make a Jade Chan asset? It's literally the best way to get, like, if you want to see your favorite characters on our channel. If it's not like one of my favorite characters, but one of yours, you know. Hmm. Try to make use of my circle tool. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Sometimes when I look at them, I they look very similar in some ways to like uh, the Kim Possible. It makes me think of them at least, like a more budget conscious Kim Possible. Like if that budget themed villain was the one who was producing the show. Who he was producing the show, he'd create wild Kratts. I made her chin look a little too big. Let me adjust that. And like I've mentioned before, I'm using a mouse to do my stuff. So not always the most accurate way to do stuff, but it lets me make tiny adjustments like right here. So it's just something I've always preferred using over like one of them fancy drawn pads, drawn tablets. Have you ever seen Miraculous Ladybug? I think someone's asked me about that before, but yeah. I've seen the size episodes. Thunder Dragon Legends is here. Oh, Lisa had a question. Did I miss it? Uh, you'd have to ask it again. When I'm drawing, I just really get like into it and I just miss quotes. Magic Quill, hello. Carmen San Diego asks Office Wizard 7. I haven't seen it, but it looks really good. I've seen the classic one that used to be on Fox Kids. And I used to see the PBS one. The that was a game show. A friend, I think it was Blondie, mentioned some interesting trivia about the person who was the game show host of uh, of the Carmen San Diego game show on PBS. Um, Apparently she was also the radio host in the Warriors, and I believe the Moon in Bear in the Big Blue House. Uh, that's kind of cool. Still think these eyes are maybe too big. Even though Danny does have them big old eyes. I need to make that smile a little bit smaller. Yep, a very particular kind of eyes on this series too. Trey Spivia is asking people for about trivia about the Ichiosaur. I was doing some stuff for 4th of July not too long ago, and I seen a cousin I haven't seen in a while. And like the entire time I was there, it was like for maybe 3 hours. She was just talking about dinosaurs and her favorite animals that she wants to collect on something. I think it's some kind of pet game. No, I think it's Roblox. Roblox Adopt Me. I think that thing has like a bunch of animals you can collect. And she was just going on about like, oh, she wants to get the pirate hermit crab, the molten, the molten something. I think it was a moose. She was just mentioning all kinds of animals. So it's just like 3 hours of her talking about just how cute these animals are. But yeah, I think there was also an ichiosaur or at least a plesiosaur. What do you call it? Whatever people suspect the Loch Ness monster is. All right. Let's see. Danny's hair is Starfire esque. With some bangs on the sides. Still think I need to squish up these features a little bit more. And he's looking pretty cute in Wild Kratts style, I think. That's just me. Let me try adjusting her chin a little bit. Chin adjustment. Uh, when I'm playing around with lines, I use the smoothing tool. Smooths things out and it makes the line a little bit more malleable, if that makes any sense. Easier to sort of uh, move around, curve it around, like to try and get like the curve that you want. But sometimes the best thing is to just cut out the lines and try to redraw them again. Three nothing else. I really didn't want to replay the whole thing just because it's not finished, and I've only played a few scenes, just sort of my favorite ones. But if I work on it again, or actually, you know what? Uh, you could just replay the video later. Take a look at what we checked out. This character is our channel character, Danny. Danny Inches, but I am drawing her in Wild Kratts style. Or trying my best to, at least. Oh, I hate it when I do that. There we go. And again, I'm sorry if I'm missing some comments here and there. I'm just really focused on this. Make Garfield and Odie giants. I don't know if they're the ones I'd pick to be all gianty. If I'm gonna make any animals gianty, it would have to be my favorites like Gadget, Hack Wrench. Or maybe even the animals from Loud House. What other animal characters are there? Oh, I was gonna say Devil Dinosaur, but I think they've done some sizey stuff with him already. From Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. tree, nothing else. Actually, this is a script that I'm working for the multiverse tier. That's the $110 tier of our Patreon. And this is actually a pretty long script with everything in it so far. It comes to about 2 minutes. So, this is actually going to be like one of our regular length videos. I might redraw the Starfire part of her hair. The things that inspired me back then. Teen Titans, let's go. TEENTITANS, Teen Titans. Ah, good times. I wonder who I'd use for inspiration now if I was drawing some original characters. Oh, she's looking cute. I'm afraid I have not, Trace Bivia. What have I been watching lately? Oh, I've been watching Abbott Elementary. There was an episode actually where they referenced Bluey. There's a kid that's very disruptive and like always mentioning Bluey. I think my favorite joke on that series so far is the teacher mentioning um, that the kid was being so annoying that he was annoying the other students in the class, which is very hard to do for I guess for kids just to be so annoying that it annoys other kids. I think he did some Bluey stuff in his lesson plan to keep the student more engaged. It was pretty fun. The cracked nut is living free and in the wild. Wild, wild, wild Kratts. That's something that I forgot to do. Got to put on music. Last time when I was doing um, the Libby stream, I had like I made a music playlist with a bunch of the music that we uh, we use for our videos. I forgot it. Next time. Some people like the music. see. It looks like they do the lineless thing for hair for wild Kratts, from what I'm looking at. It's lineless, and then they add like a few lines here and there. Another thing you can do, thank you, Blondie. Oops. So another thing you do, I got one shape here, I got one shape here. They're both the same color, so it kind of makes it hard to tell exactly what this shape is. So one thing you can do is actually make it a slightly darker or lighter color. Or just add lines. Oops. I think Aviva shrunk them tiny. Yeah, cracked nut. So that they can better communicate with the ants, the ant people. I'm studying this style, and it's a lot more lineless than I thought it would be. Add a shadow on the neck. So we can tell where the head ends and the neck begins. Adjust these lines a little bit more. Don't think it's supposed to be so thick like that. Ah, much better. Ah, I wonder if these look better smaller. Let me see. Yeah, all right. It always amazes me when you're working with like really simple designs, just like how much of a change, like just the slightest alteration makes. Just like a slight alteration, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, this is like 100 times better than it was not but a few moments ago. All right. I might actually want to also include David in this. Firewolf the Wolfkin. Maybe just me, but I love that Aviva gains weight in the Groundhog episode. I haven't seen it. When I was researching the suit powers, I did notice uh, there was that uh, Groundhog suit, but I assumed it was just the suit that was gaining mass, not like Aviva herself. But yes, that is a very important skill in the wild. You gotta butter yourself up and put on some weight for the winter. Where are the baby animals? Did they do any episodes with baby animals? Oh my god. Speaking of baby animals. So there was this cartoon I remember watching it. It was like it made me think of the Planeteers, Captain Planet and the Planeteers, but like different. Bunch of I think they were teens. They had like this little baby seal that was like their animal mascot friend. And I just remember one episode. It was like the the villains were making fur coats from like baby seal fur. Isn't that just the worst when you think about it? That there are some people that are so cruel. Like we're gonna make this expensive fur from this from baby seal fur. The fur that they need to live for those first few months before they start developing fat. We're just gonna we're just gonna beat the most adorable looking animals on the face of the earth to make a few bucks. Poachers, man. I've heard people talk about poachers. Um, in a lot of cases, they're like as ruthless as like the drug cartels. It's insanity. Cruella Deville, yes, she's up there. Cruella Deville, Cruella Deville. Catchy song. I think that's one of the few things I remember about that movie besides Horace and Jasper. That stupid argument that they have where it's like, I'll pop him on the head and you skin him. It's such a casual way to talk about murdering puppies and turning them into fur. Also, Cruella hiring these guys to do everything, kidnap the dogs, skin the dogs. What was she thinking? So many villains are undone by their incompetent stooges. Oh my god, I just had a terrible thought. Since I just have Danny's head, it's like, ugh, it's making me think of Skibbity Toilet. I hate that that's a thing. This Danny that I'm drawing so far, it's actually making me think of what's her name from Total Drama Rama? Is it Bridget? Indeed, Lewis. I think those might be my favorite goons. Is Hades goons? No, it has to be the goons from Mr. Burns's goons. Knuckles and Low Blow. Oh, I hope Knuckles and Low Blow didn't handle you too harshly. I don't know why I made Mr. Burns sound British. Knock, knock, knock. Who's there? Goons. Hired goons. Burns's goons seem somewhat capable. They get the job done. And you know what? They don't have any I mean, like that episode where Smithers was getting them ready to like beat up Homer. Yeah, Homer, I know the guy. Bowl with him sometimes. We need you to beat him up. You got it. That's a good goon right there. Hey, nothing personal. Chris and Martin are always getting into trouble begging Aviva to make them suits. I gotta watch this show now, I think. Because I'm a brother. I got my little brother. My little brother. So it's fun watching shows that have like older brother, younger brother. I mean, sometimes they'll be like, "Hey, I'm such a Mario and you're such a Luigi." Actually, I did have kind of a Mario Luigi thing going on with my brother for a long time. Because I'm the older brother, but he ended up becoming the taller brother. I remember that day so vividly. It was just like a random measurement, and it turned out he was like just ever so slightly taller. I did kind of want to, after that point, dress up as the Mario Brothers with him sometime, but he doesn't like to have fun like that. Smee from Peter Pan is also an example of a bumbling henchman. Indeed. Remember Smee from what was the Peter Pan movie with Robin Williams? Hook. It's such a weird scene. It's like Hook and his pirates they're losing, and the last thing Smee is doing is basically just grabbing all the loot and I guess getting ready to jump on a dinghy and escape. I didn't care too much for that scene. I think Smee's supposed to be loyal. He's a loyal first mate to the end. Ethan Shaw asks, "Are you making Angelica Pickles, Word Girl, and the Little Einsteins grow?" I'm gonna have to say that's a no, a maybe, and a no. I think the issue for me with Angelica Pickles is like I'm not a huge fan of a lot of the Calaspi Chiyupo designs. If I was going Klasky cartoons, it would probably be maybe Jumanji, even though they've already done a sizey thing. Um, but probably like my favorite one uh from that design class would be Extreme Ghostbusters. If any of y'all have ever seen that, I think they might have the best Ghostbusters theme. Oh, okay. So the movie theme is obviously better, but I guess non-movie themes, it's just like so fun. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. And also Extreme Ghostbusters, they had I think no wait. All right, so not the first female Ghostbuster, because I think Janine, there was an episode where from the classic animated Ghostbusters, Janine was did some ghost busting. But I guess the first official female Ghostbuster. Oh no, Skibbity Toilet 76, Titan Speaker Man. All the things that I don't want to hear about. I don't know this stuff. But yeah, um, I'm a fan of Rugrats, but I don't think I'd want to do any projects with those characters. I am mildly interested in the video game that I seen. It has like modern graphics, but also you can switch it to like NES graphics. Actually, be a little thinner. I don't know what I was thinking with that. It would be funny if Kylie grew giant to stop the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Yes, I would love to do something like that. So many fun things you can do with a giant Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. What if I made her nose too big? Let me try a little bit smaller. Kush and Chef Monkey Show. Ironically enough, I'm terrified of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Thank you, Blondie. I'm so close to wrapping up. I just have to do the one thing that I hate most of all is drawing hands. So I left it for last because I hate it so much. The Kush. Why are you afraid of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man? He looks fairly easy to kill. Just come at him with some flamethrowers. If you don't have proton accelerators or Ghostbuster guns, whatever they're called. That's my favorite thing from Ghostbusters is just the lightning effects for their guns. It's just so cool. He's like 100 feet tall and made out of marshmallow, though it's scary. Oh, the creepy face. Yeah. Okay, I'll give that to you. If something like that was coming at me and smiling the way it does, then I'd be terrified. I'm looking at some of these designs for these characters. Their clothes definitely has a lot of detail. I can learn some stuff drawing Wild Kratts characters. Right. I might want to redraw the Starfire hair bit for Danny. I'm almost complete here. If anyone can tell me what I'm missing from Danny, the last thing that I need, I will draw a character of your choice next time that I do a YouTube stream, which will likely be tomorrow. Anybody can tell me what is Danny missing? And while I wait, I guess I'll start wrapping up. Um, just checking out a few more comments. I'm sorry, Trey Spivia. It's not a good day for trivia. Hey, that could be your show. It's time for some Dino trivia with Trey Spivia. But yeah, I've been drawing, so I just couldn't pay attention today. I am just so focused here. All right, what is one last little detail that Danny is missing? And like I said, if any, is it her brother? No. One tiny little detail that she's missing on her design. And if you guess what Danny's missing, like I said, I'll draw a character of your choice tomorrow when I do my YouTube stream. Eyelashes? She has eyelashes in her design, but not. I'm not seeing like a lot of eyelashes on characters for Wild Kratts. I'm sure it's not eyelashes. Sorry, Lisa. But if you looked at some art of Danny and then looked at the Danny I drew, you might not notice something that's missing. All right, what's missing is her hair swirly. Not Danny without her trademarked little hair swirly. And I'm sorry, Lewis. Danny's mom doesn't allow her to wear jewelry. She doesn't. She doesn't think she's old enough to be wearing that kind of stuff yet. Always next time. You know, at least that you tried. What would you have requested, by the way, Lisa? What would you have requested, though, Lisa? Out of curiosity. And I'm sorry, Ethan, but no, I don't think Danny's gonna grow bigger than Jackie. Jackie's huge. All right, I'm pretty happy with how Danny came out. This looks so cute. Lisa loud. All right, everybody. Thank you for being here. I'll try and do another stream tomorrow. Have a nice day. And I will see you on the flippy flop. Peace.